Hi and welcome to episode 60 of Bitches of Horror.
And this episode we're gonna do an honest review of
Mimes.
horror films.
Yeah, Mimes, Rotten Love, and Sarja.
Yes.
And I wrote all three of them. So yeah, it's a Giercksky special.
Yay.
Yeah, and we're gonna be honest.
Yes.
Yeah, honest reviews. So yeah, we'll start with Mimes, and I can tell you a few things about how we made a film and why. We had a film group called Popcorn Short Films. The idea was to meet once a week to first plan an idea, next week to write the script, and the next week we were supposed to film the entire short film in 4 hours. And the week after that we were doing the editing. So everything was very stressful, we didn't have enough time, and as you can figure out, this concept didn't really work. We managed to film 2 films, and Mimes was one of them. And yeah, I think Mimes was the one we were the most proud of. And yeah, let's start the review.
Yes.
So you know some background story. Yeah.
Yeah, so Mimes is about two students who are mimes, and basically we have a show coming up, and there's a strict teacher involved.
Yeah.
That's about all the information I can give you without spoiling it. It's short.
Short.
Yes.
5 minutes tops.
And this is from 2017.
And
it's from Sweden.
Actually directed by me.
Yeah.
Also. So yeah. And the concept was, if you wrote the screenplay, you also directed your short film. And I also act in it, so I was like, okay, yeah, sure.
And everything.
Yeah, and yeah. I do wish that we had more time, obviously, because I think when the day was wrapped, we were literally finished with the very last scene. Like, if we had 1 minute less, we wouldn't have finished. Like, it was so stressful. It really was. So I wish I had more time to film some extra
scenes. Yeah,
because I had to cut scenes out of my screenplay. I had to make it as simple as possible to just make this work. Yeah. So, but you weren't involved in the process,
not this
so
one.
I want to hear your thoughts.
I thought it was a fun short film. There were one of the scenes which involves a mirror. I thought was very cool.
Yeah, I think that's the best bit as far as editing goes.
Yes,
that was really cool.
It was cool.
I was there when Zander did editing, and Zanaturian, and I was there when he created that effect. And I'm still like, how did he do that? I was like, I still don't know, but it was very cool.
Yes,
because he also filmed it, so he was like, you will be standing over there, and then you will be standing over there, and I'll be like, okay, I trust you.
Yeah.
Magic.
No, it looked really good.
Yeah.
Like you said though, like you wanted more time. I do feel that it could have been more towards the end of the film. I didn't really. Everything just happened really fast.
Yeah.
And then also after the credits, I didn't really know what was going on there.
There's a scene after the credits where the teacher she's looking through a magazine, and we were supposed to feature an article about the show. In the magazines, we would see what she's reading, and she'd be like, it went so well. But yeah,
it didn't
no
happen.
time, everything was stressful, so
yeah. That was a bit confusing. At the end we're like, okay, what happened? But otherwise it's short, and it's fun, and I like the idea of it. So
yeah. And when you see the short film, we did a little routine for the evening show, and it was entirely improvised. For like 10 minutes, we're like, okay, we're supposed to do something, let's come up with something. We're like, okay, I think this works. So everything was improvised. But yeah, I'm actually pretty pleased with it, even though we were so stressful and there wasn't enough time, but we did what we could.
Yeah.
So are we going to rate our films as well?
Yeah, I guess we should.
Are?
Yeah, you go first.
That's weird. Mimes, what will I give it? I will give it an 8 out of 10.
Give it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, cool. So let's move on to Rotten Love.
Yes. This one I was involved in. And this background story on this film was that on the day of our filming, we got 3 people who called in sick, or 2 people who called in sick, and 1 that got an emergency in the middle of the...
2 people called in sick before we started shooting.
Yeah. And 1 had to leave because of family emergencies. And that was, of course, you know, people get sick and whatnot, but that kind of, they said it of the morning of, so we didn't have anyone else to come. So we were...
The emergency, of course.
That was,
no problem. Like, of course you have to go.
We were 3 people behind camera.
Yeah.
This was including the cameraman.
Yeah, and I acted in it, so like in almost every scene, so I couldn't do anything else, basically.
Yeah. So her and Xander, I mean, Xander was behind a few times, but very few.
Yeah.
And it was very stressful. We had a lot of problems. We were supposed to have a grave ready where we came to the place where we were supposed to shoot. And when we got there, he was like, "Oh no, well I don't have what I said I had." And
we talked about it for like weeks
before. So like, and then we were supposed to stay the night and do film in the morning as well. But then he was like, "Oh no, we're having dinner, so you guys can't come. You can't be here." We're like, "What? We gave you the schedule weeks ago." So there was a lot of problems. So we had to film this film in one night. Or we filmed it like one day. And then we were supposed to film like the rest the next day. But since we weren't allowed to, we had to film. So we filmed from 8 in the morning till 4 a.m.
Yeah, we just continued filming without a break, basically.
Because we wouldn't have had the shoot in the morning if we knew that we were going to do the whole night thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So like we did this scene here, bathroom scenes here, and then we drove an hour and a half away to another set, and we did the rest of the scenes there. So it was a lot. Stress and
very stressful,
kind of like okay, we have a schedule, okay, well we have to throw that schedule out because so we had to like improvise the just the backstage.
And Jasmine had to take the sound. She and another guy, Mikael, they had to like
when he wasn't doing the steady cam, I was like, "You're doing this. I ain't doing this the whole thing. I hate sound. Like I'm not good at it and I don't like it."
But you two saved us.
I mean, it was hard because I had to like do this and that at the same time, so that's why I didn't really like sound. If I only had sound, I don't think it would be as bad.
No,
but
if you only have one thing, that's okay.
It was like I was the first assistant director, I was the SFX, I was the sound, I was the script, everything, and it was just like but considering everything that happened, I really think that we did a good job. And it was fun. We pulled it off. We did.
We pulled it off. I think what's really was a big impact on us pulling it off was that we had planned it quite well. How we were going to shoot it, where the lighting...
Yeah, with lighting and everything,
So that saved us.
And Johannes was very good at lighting. He knew exactly what he was supposed to do and what he wanted to do, so that was very helpful.
Yeah, the cinematography, I think, is my favorite part in this film.
Definitely.
With the lighting, with the blue lighting, with the yellow lighting, and how it's filmed also.
Basically this film is about a couple. This man comes home from a hard day of work, and his woman is there. Are they married? Yes.
Yeah.
His wife is there, and she wants to sex it up, and he's not really up for it.
Yeah.
And then things start to
get weird.
Yes. Yeah. I think it looks fantastic. The only thing that was the biggest problem for me was the editing. I think that a lot of scenes that we filmed got cut, and some of them were like, I was like, oh, that didn't happen, and then I was like, oh well, it kind of like jumped from one scene to the next.
And there were a lot of things that I wanted in it, but it just didn't look
fit.
good. Yeah, and
we needed
bad.
more time.
It's too bad. Yeah, we needed more time, and we were just so stressed, and no time to properly go through the SFX or like more blood or where to put things. We just had to do this and film this and just
keep going.
Yeah.
But other than the editing, I think it is good. I mean, because of the editing, I think that the story can be a little bit confusing if you don't know the whole story.
Yeah.
Since I knew like everything that was happening, because I've read the script and I've everything, then I still know what's going on. But
if you have no clue, then I understand that it can get kind of confusing.
Yeah.
If you.
But like some people did get it. I mean, some of the reviewers are like, "Oh yeah, I really like the idea and the story and whatnot."
Yeah, so some just didn't get it at all.
So it depends on what you are as a person and how you think.
It is also a film that leaves you with your own interpretation of what happened and why does things look a certain way, or why I act a certain way, or why the main character Leo acts a certain way. So
yes,
but So what do you give this?
7 out of 10.
Cool. I'll give this an 8 out of 10. So let's move on to the big one. The Sarja.
Yeah.
Our feature film. And I wrote the script, and Jasmine worked as first assistant director, and she worked with the SFX.
Yeah. And this is directed by Andres Ramos.
Yes, a good friend of ours.
Yes, and this was filmed over 2 weeks.
Yeah. I think 13 days. Yeah.
And this also was a lot of work.
A lot of things went wrong.
Yeah.
People who were supposed to show up
didn't show up.
Equipment that was supposed to be there wasn't. Suddenly wasn't. And
our camera got sold the day before the last shot.
Yeah, imagine that.
That was one of the worst.
And you get on set the last day, and people are like, we have no sound.
Yeah.
Sorry to tell you. I'm like, what? Wait. When this
did it happen? Where did it go?
We had to use another sound.
After this film, I was like, I know who to rely on and who to not rely on. Not saying that people aren't talented, because even the people that didn't show up and didn't do, what they were supposed to do, they're still talented people. But like, I don't like flakiness. If you say you're going to be there, then you better be there, unless you have a damn good excuse. So stuff like that. Like I was like rage the whole thing. Probably.
It was your first time as a first assistant director. Also?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
well, I mean, I did it for the trailer.
Yeah, but I mean, for Sarja.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't on rage mode, but I was just like, I don't like flaky people. That's it. And then, some of the actors were being actors, like stereotypical actors, and trying to get them in place and do this and that. It was difficult, but even, considering how much problems we had, like, we still kept a pretty good tone the whole film.
Yeah, we did.
The filming.
It was fun.
And we popped off then and again, but, you got back to whatever you needed to do.
Yeah, exactly.
And, sometimes it was just communication. Sometimes we just people were tired and, haven't slept, haven't eaten.
Long days. Yeah. And, just in a feature film, it's a lot to film.
But it was fun. And, we became like a small little family. That's, families fight.
Yeah.
And it was a good time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can introduce the film if you want to.
Okay. The film is about a girl named Elena, which is played by Sarah. And her and her family, her mother and sister, are going to their country house to spread the ashes of her father who passed away. And the mother is played by Sarah's actual mother.
Yeah.
And and then from there on, they meet these 3 brothers, and things start to happen.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how much I'm allowed to say, but that's about it.
If you see the poster, then you kind of know what type of film this is.
Yes. So. Basically, like, they come, they're introduced to the film, and then stuff starts to happen.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah, and we've seen the film a lot of times.
Yeah. I've done the subtitles for it as well.
Yeah, she did.
And if there's anything you think of them, please tell me, because it was my first time doing like real actual subtitles, not YouTube ones. It's the best thing about this film, in my opinion, is the story. I really enjoy the story.
Yeah, I put a lot of work into
Yeah.
writing it. I think it took me almost a year to finish the script.
Yeah.
And sometimes I would wake up at 6 a.m. and start writing and didn't go to sleep until 12 a.m.
Midnight, yeah.
I'm not so good with PM. So yeah, so I could be writing all day long.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the my favorite part of it. Like the story is actually really good, and there's a lot of background to the characters.
Yeah,
which
I tried to add as much as I could, and something that I don't know, that people could relate to almost every character.
Yeah.
Even though they were being bad or mean, they were still people.
Yeah. The only thing there were a few things that I there's always a few things with me, isn't there? But the beginning of the film, some of the conversations are a little bit cringy, but it's also because first of all, it's hard doing regular conversations.
That's the hardest thing about writing a script. It's the dialogue.
Yeah, script.
It is.
I mean, also acting. Like from my experiences, my small experiences of acting, the hardest to do is not the extreme ones. The hardest part is actually doing a normal conversation. Yeah,
it's like, how do I talk to people normally? How do I do that again?
You're like, hello, how are you today? And it just sounds like, it didn't sound like that, but it is difficult. And also, I do think that Tindra, who played
my younger sister,
Lily, she overacts a little bit. She's not supposed to be 6, she's supposed to be younger, but she acts like she's a little bit mentally retarded sometimes. Like, no, but I'm serious. Like, someone who's older, she acts like she's 9, and that sometimes it was like too much. But yeah.
And I know that my mom struggled with the lines because she's originally from Poland, so she was like, can I speak Polish, please? Can the lines be in Polish? I would be like, but that would make no sense because no one else would speak Polish.
Yeah.
So she felt a little uncomfortable to switch lines, and I could tell, but...
I mean, some of her lines are hard to understand, but I do think that overall, the acting-wise, it was really good.
Yeah.
So that I didn't really have... I mean, it was just that...
Yeah. No, but
it was a little bit low sometimes, but I didn't think that it didn't affect her acting. But then, when the turning point of the film, that's when the film actually kicks in, and the turning part scene is one of my favorite scenes ever. It's just so. It just feels like I felt things during it. It was very disturbing and very, it was weird. And that I really enjoyed, and that is I really have to give He is fantastic.
He plays the
middle brother.
Yeah, the main
brother. Yeah,
and he did such a fantastic job.
Yes,
I mean, most of what he said was improvised.
Yeah,
he just came up with it on the spot, and sometimes it was so funny and over the top that we couldn't stop laughing behind the camera. And
he was he just had the wild imagination, and he just could improvise anything. And Jesper and I actually went to the same high school, so when he showed up for auditions, it was like, whoa, because he went on the theater, we have lines or programs in Sweden in our high schools, and he went on the theater one, and I went to the music one, and we together raised money for the children in Riga 12 years ago. It was a long time ago, so it was really weird having him there.
But did you knew that he was gonna audition, or did you recognize him when he came there? Oh, so you didn't recognize his name?
No.
Or no. Oh.
I mean, we didn't know each other like that. We had met, we knew of each other.
But did he recognize you?
He recognized me more than I recognized him. But then when he said who he was, I was like, oh yeah. So that was really weird. But he really. He does half the movie. He's just so good. And he, knowing what he did behind scenes, he stepped over a big fear of his in one scene, and that gives me so much more respect for him. We actually had a fight right before that scene, but I didn't know that he actually had a phobia for this.
Yeah, no.
So I was like, just fucking do it, and he was like, just screaming at me, and I was just like, "Ah!" You know, and then he's like, "Oh no, I have a phobia," and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry, like I know everything about phobias, I got phobias." And then
he overcame it on set, and
he did
turned out really good.
Yeah, so I want to think that I helped him push a little bit, even though I was a little bit aggressive. But like when I found out he had a phobia, I, you know, apologized to him and said, "Sorry, I didn't know it was that bad. I just thought you were being, you know, a chicken shit, basically." But I know about phobias. Phobias aren't to mess with. But yeah, the second half of this film is really, really good. Like it's a lot happens. There's some things that are a little bit weird. The knives is a little bit too much, I think. There's like a million knives.
And and we also wanted to do even more SFX.
Yeah.
But there was just not enough time, and people didn't get some of the SFX ready in time. So we had to improvise, and stuff broke, and
I think a lot of it turned out really good, though.
Yeah, the SFX we do have in the film, I think it turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
But I had more in mind.
Yeah.
Just adding more, but yeah.
I mean, me and Sarah, you know, we're gore fanatics, so we want more gore. Always want more gore.
Yeah, but I think one SFX scene was very, very good.
It turned out really good. I was surprised of how well it actually turned out.
Because when we filmed it, we were like, oh, how's this gonna look? And then when I saw it, I was like, okay.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's, you know...
Oh, but I do wish that we...
Oh, there's some scenes here for me.
Would have, like, a main guy who would have done the music.
Yeah.
Because now we have, like,
3.
From several, and we picked some there and some there, and I do wish we had, like, one main guy who would compose the music for the entire film.
There's a little bit of a different feel.
Yeah,
one of the scenes there was a little bit of weird music that didn't really fit.
Yeah, we just had to get some music. So
but most of the music in the film I do feel is good.
Yeah,
just the thing, you know, being behind the scenes, you see so much more of the film. And there's this one scene in a couch that I really wanted more of, because that was the first day of filming, and being in that room when this scene was filmed, like, me and Sarah couldn't be in there because it was so, like, hard. Like, it was just, like, it was so brutal. Without any blood, without anything.
I couldn't be there. I couldn't.
And it was just, like, you just got chills in your body. You just, like, felt bad. And it was just, like, both me and Sarah just, like, we gotta get out of here. Like, we have to, like, go into another room. And while there is some of that in the film, I wish that scene was a little bit longer.
Yeah, me too. And I wished I had added some more stuff to that scene to just build it up more, and I think that scene should have been drawn out a bit.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
Definitely.
It felt rushed. Definitely. And no, I don't want to spoil anything, but I wish that I had also added more stuff with my mom in certain scenes.
Also though, we have to do, I don't know, can we tell what happened?
When?
The whole... Not in the film, like what happened to the film.
Oh, yeah, of course. As I mentioned to all the backers, this is why our release of the film on DVD is behind schedule, because of the thing that happened with the hard drive. Everything was gone, and they tried really hard for several weeks to recover everything, but everything wasn't recovered. So we had to edit the film from an old version that wasn't rendered. So this is why I also have problems with the sound.
Yeah, the sound is the worst part about
it. Yeah, it is. And we tried as hard as we could with what we have, and unfortunately we don't have the time to redo every sound right now. Maybe we'll do when I get back from Prague, but right now the sound is what it is.
Yeah, that's like the only thing like that's really bad is the sound.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different sounds. There's no masking of the sound, and there's a lot of shh in the background, and this doesn't ruin the film per se, but it pulls down the quality of the film. Because I think if the sound was good, this film will be taken to loads of festivals. Like, and I hope it still does, because the film isn't bad. Like,
no, it really
it
isn't.
isn't. Like,
it isn't.
I'm totally honest. Like, I'm not gonna bullshit you.
No,
I really enjoyed this film.
I
there
think
are
it turned out better
flaws.
than I thought, actually.
There are flaws, and there's always going to be that in indie films. We didn't have the budget. We didn't have everything that we needed.
Like, our budget was $3,000.
We're all amateurs.
Yeah.
3,000.
Yeah.
Not for the filming.
I don't know.
15,000 crowns.
Is $3,000 15,000?
No, 15,000 crowns is like 1,700.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
I just thought...
$1,700 is what we got, I think, from the backers.
Yeah, but then I put in a little.
Yeah.
From,
but yeah, so there of course is going to be flaws, but I think as a whole, I think this film is actually entertaining. I've actually watched it, more times, not also because I had to, but I didn't hate it. Like,
no, and we did watch it at the premiere at the cinema in Alingsås, and I liked it. I did. Yeah. And we also have a great theme song that we do. My friend Christo Elhage, who has his band In a Coma, made a song just for Sarjad, called Sarjad, and that song is really good.
It's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when you have the chance to see this film, definitely see it. Keep in mind that we did have the problems with the hard drive, and that's why, the sound is bad, and some scenes aren't as pulled out as you want it to be, because we didn't have the material since the hard drive died and our editor didn't back it up. So this is keep that in mind. Even if you don't keep that in mind, I still feel it's a good film. So for me, I give Sarjad an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yay.
I really feel that it was a good, especially for a debut feature film. It was really entertaining, and I really hope that you guys love it too. We put a lot of hard work into it, and even though it was rough, it was still a lot of fun, and I would never trade any time I had on it.
Oh.
It was so much fun and a great experience.
Yeah, I'm glad that Jasmine wanted to help.
Yeah, I always want to help. I'm always angry, but I always want to help.
That's your job.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Time police.
Yeah, even I get angry sometimes. But
man. We had one fight where Jesper was blaming me for putting everyone in a bad mood. And Sarah was like, no, it's you. I was like, oh shit. Oh my god.
When I get angry, then it's bad.
I was like, oh, she stood up for me. Okay, this is why we do bitches of heart. But everyone's still friends and we're all good. And we went at the premiere and it was just, so nice seeing everyone again. And so it's a great fun time. Everyone should make a film once in their life. It's so much fun.
It's for the family experience.
Yeah, exactly.
This is it for our Sarah Giercksky special.
Yep. And keep out look for our next episode. It's going to be a lot of good themes.
Yeah.
So stay horrific.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.